Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Vijaya Biology Tutorials. Today we are going to learn the worksheet related to the chapter nutrition and the subtopic is malnutrition. And before going to the video, please do subscribe to my channel Vijaya Biology Tutorials. Here let us go to the first blank. The first blank is the body's method of ridding unwanted or harmful substances is called as defecation. What is the answer? Defecation. Already we know that the nutrition is having 5 steps. In that 5 steps of nutrition, the last step is defecation. And I already have done a video related to this topic. If you want, you can go and watch the video. So the answer is defecation. Next, going to the second bit. Intake of the fiber rich food avoids, the answer is constipation. So this bit we are learning from our 7th class itself. Generally we know that we should take balanced diet in order to avoid the diseases, but along with the balanced diet we have to take some food which contain the fiber substances. The fiber nothing but roughages. So the vegetables or the fruits which contain roughages helps in the easy digestion and helps in the removal of unwanted substances from our body. And if that fibers are not taken in a proper quantity, then it leads to the problem called as constipation. So intake of the fiber rich food avoids, the answer is constipation. Nothing but free bowel movement do not happen if the fiber rich food is not taken into our body. So the answer is constipation. Next, going to the next blank. The diet having proper amount of the carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, fats and mineral salts is called as, the answer is balanced diet. So all the nutrients should be taken in a proper manner. That is, carbohydrates should be taken in the large quantity because carbohydrates are called as the energy giving foods. Proteins also has to be taken. Why? Because they help in the growth and repair of the body. Vitamins and minerals should be taken daily. At least one fruit should be eaten daily. Why? Because they are called as protective foods. The fat should be taken comparatively in less quantity. Okay, when compared to the remaining nutrients, fat should be taken in a very less quantity, and the next less quantity is vitamins, and the next is proteins, and the next is carbohydrates. So more carbohydrates should be taken. Why? Because they are called as the energy giving foods. And the answer for this blank is balanced diet. The next question is marasmus is caused due to deficiency of. So if the balanced diet is not taken properly, then automatically there will be diseases. So here one of the blank is what happens if proteins and calories are not taken properly. Here marasmus is caused due to the deficiency of proteins and calories. The answer is proteins and calories. Marasmus is one of the deficiency disease which is caused due to less intake of proteins and calories. Calories is nothing but energy. But from where do we get the energy? We get the energy from the carbohydrates. So if in our food we are not including the carbohydrates, then energy won't be there. Energy is measured in calories. So indirectly proteins and calories deficiency will lead to the disease called as marasmus. Next, going to the next blank. Pellagra is caused due to. So the next disease is pellagra. Pellagra is caused due to deficiency of vitamin B3. So we know that there are different vitamins and different deficiency diseases which are caused due to the vitamins. So in that vitamins, vitamin B3 will lead to the disease called as pellagra. If the vitamin B3 is not taken properly, then automatically it leads to the disease called as pellagra. But from where do we get this vitamin B3? Vitamin B3 can be taken from the meat, eggs, fishes, and here oil seeds also. So these are the sources of the vitamin B3. And what are the symptoms of this vitamin B3? Means loss of memory. The skin also becomes rough and diarrhea. So loose motions will also be caused due to the deficiency of vitamin B3. So here the pellagra is the disease which is caused due to the deficiency of vitamin B3. The vitamin B3 is otherwise called as niacin. But from where do we get this vitamin B3? Means we get through the meat, egg and fishes. And what are the symptoms of this vitamin B3? Means there will be loss of memory and the skin becomes rough, means like scaly skin, and diarrhea also will be observed. So the answer is niacin. Next, go to the next question, that is what is malnutrition. So here this is the important topic, malnutrition. Eating of food that does not have one or more than one nutrient in required amount is known as malnutrition. So we know that if a person is not taking balanced diet, then automatically that person will suffer from the malnutrition. So if the protein is missing in his food, there will be no growth in that particular person. If the carbohydrates are missing in his food, there will be no energy. And if the vitamins and minerals are missing in his food, if he get any diseases, there will be no protection for his body, or he may be getting continuously diseases due to lack of vitamins and minerals. So if any particular nutrient is missing in his food, that particular nutrition is called as malnutrition. That particular nutrition is called as malnutrition. The next question is, what are the three types of the malnutrition? Malnutrition is of three types. The first one is the calorie malnutrition, the second one is the protein malnutrition, and the third one is the protein calorie malnutrition. The first one is a calorie malnutrition, means if the energy is less, means energy giving foods are taken in a less quantity, it is called as the calorie malnutrition. The second one is protein malnutrition. So proteins, if the proteins are not taken properly in their food, it is called as protein malnutrition. The third one is protein calorie malnutrition, means both the carbohydrates or fats, and along with that carbohydrates and fats, if proteins are also not taken properly, then it is called as protein calorie malnutrition. As already I said that calories means the energy will be measured in the form of calories, and from where do we get the energy? Means we get the energy from the carbohydrates and the fats. So if both are not taken properly, and along with that if proteins are also not taken properly, then it is called as protein calorie malnutrition. So there are three types of malnutrition. The first one is the calorie malnutrition, second one is the protein malnutrition, third one is the protein calorie malnutrition. Now let's go to the next question. What questions will you ask your doctor about malnutrition diseases? So generally what questions? So this is a very simple question. Any question you may ask which is related to this malnutrition diseases. And now let's see the questions. First of all, what question you will ask? What is meant by malnutrition? That is the first question you can ask. Next, what disease is caused due to the deficiency or deficiency is caused due to protein deficiency? So what is the disease caused due to protein deficiency, you may ask. Which nutrient should be taken in less quantity? Okay, which nutrient should be taken in less quantity? Or the other question you can ask, which nutrients should be taken in more quantity also, you may ask. The next question is, which disease is caused due to carbohydrates deficiency? So these are the different questions, and you can frame your own questions. These are one sort of the questions. So up to here we have completed our 8 questions, and next going to the 9th question. This is the 9th question. Write about some malnutrition diseases in detail. Already you have understood what is malnutrition. Malnutrition is nothing but if the nutrients are not taken properly in the required quantity. If the nutrients are not taken properly in the required quantity, then that particular person will suffer from the malnutrition. And here some of the malnutrition diseases they are. The first disease is Kwashiorkor disease. What is the first disease? Kwashiorkor disease. So this is due to the, if you observe the answer, this is due to the protein deficiency in the diet. Body parts become swollen due to accumulation of the water in the intercellular spaces. Very poor muscle development, swollen legs, fluffy face, difficult to eat, diarrhea, dry skin are the symptoms of this disease. So what is Kwashiorkor disease? Means this disease is caused due to protein deficiency. And what are the symptoms of this disease? Means the body parts become swollen, means the person, generally it is observed in small children, their belly will become so swollen and due to accumulation of the water. Their legs will become lean, very poor muscle development, nothing but the hands and legs will be very lean in nature, swollen legs, fluffy face, Due to accumulation of the water, all the body parts will become swollen and difficult to eat. Diarrhea means nothing but loose motions. Next, dry skin. So these are the symptoms of the Kwashiorkor disease. So this disease is caused due to which deficiency? Protein deficiency. This is one of the malnutrition disease. And the next one is the marasmus. Marasmus is also one of the disease. Listen here. This is due to the deficiency of both proteins and calories. So already I said how do we get the calories. And the next point is generally this disease occurs when there is an immediate second pregnancy or repeated childbirths. Lean and weak, swelling limbs, less developed muscles, dry skin, diarrhea are the symptoms of the disease. So here marasmus is generally observed in the children who are born very early, means in the sense generally if the first pregnancy after the first pregnancy there should be a gap of at least 3 to 4 years, then only the mother will get complete nutrition to her body first of all, then that nutrients will be supplied to the child. So if there is continuously rebirths, means if the mother is giving continuously birth to a child within 1 year, means without gap of 3 years, if she is giving immediately the next year, if she is getting the pregnancy, and the child will not get proper nutrients, due to that proper lack of proper nutrients, the child even after birth also the child will be facing number of problems, like the child will become so weak. Why? Because she did not get the nutrients, or the baby did not get the nutrients when the baby is in the mother's womb. First of all, if mother is not having the nutrients, from where the child can get the nutrients? So even after the birth also the baby becomes so lean, the limbs, nothing but hands and legs, will be swollen, less developed muscles, so there will be no proper muscle development, dry skin, diarrhea. These are the symptoms of this disease. So protein calorie deficiency leads to the disease, that is marasmus. These are the two diseases which are related to the malnutrition disease. The first one is the Kwashiorkor disease and the second one is the marasmus disease. Going to the last question. Write any 5 healthy food habits. So any 5 healthy food habits we have to write down. So the first point is take well balanced simple meals. So here you have to take balanced diet. Along with the balanced diet, the meals should be in a simple manner, means which can be digested easily. Such type of food materials you have to take. Okay, so generally afternoon we'll have our lunch at the time of in between 12 to 1 o'clock we'll have our lunch, and morning as usually we do lots of work. So obviously whatever lunch you have eaten, it will be digested by evening. But during night time, as we do not do any sort of work, means very less work we do when compared to the morning times, that's why night time we have to take less amount of food material which can be digested easily. Like that, if you follow by taking simple meals, then automatically your digestive system will be working perfectly. This is one of the healthy food habit. Then next, going to the second, don't be in a hurry while eating. So you have to chew the food properly. You should not swallow the food directly. We should not be in a hurry. Why? Because if you be in a hurry, there may be a choking. Porapovatam will be saying in Telugu. So choking may occur. So we should not be in a hurry while eating. We should eat, take time to eat peacefully, and we should sit calm and we should eat. We should not speak while eating. These are the things you have to follow. The next third point is thoroughly masticate the food. Masticating means nothing but cutting the food with our teeth is called as masticating. So generally before swallowing the food, first what we will do, we will cut the food with our teeth. Without chewing the food, if you eat the food, it will not be digested properly and the nutrients will not be assimilated properly into the blood. So we have to masticate the food properly. Nothing but cutting with our teeth or crushing with our teeth is called as mastication, and the mastication has to be done perfectly. Next, avoid taking violent exercises soon after eating food. So after having lunch or after the dinner, you should not do any sort of the exercises. If you do like that, the proper digestion will not occur and sometimes vomitings may also happen. The last one is drinking plenty of water and having regular bowel movements. So mostly you have to concentrate. So suppose for example, if 100% is there in your stomach, 75% should be filled and remaining 25% should be empty. Means 50% you have to eat, 25% it should be filled with water, the remaining 25% should be, the space should be empty. Why? Because for the process of the digestion and for the process of the mixing and all, the empty 25% of the stomach should be empty. And we have to drink plenty of the water, which helps in the easy digestion. If you are not drinking water properly, proper digestion do not occur. And having regular bowel movements, and regularly we have to get rid of the waste materials from our body. So if you go for the regular bowel movements, then automatically the stomach becomes free, the proper digestion occurs, these all will be happening. So these are the 5 food habits you have to follow daily. So I think you have understood this worksheet, and if you like the video, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.